back inside to the morning after here at Studio 34. Gabe Morency, Ariel, Epstein, and Joe Raineri. We're going to bring in a very special guest because it's Friday, and what better way to not only enjoy Friday, but also enjoy Valentine's Day than Mick Aussie. Mick, how you doing today?
Yeah, happy Valentine's, and got a couple of good stories, but the single guys out there, this is what you want to do. When you're out tonight, treat it like sales. Talk to 10, you might close one, but you might get 5 or 6 phone numbers to follow up during the week.
It is the best part of going out on Valentine's Day. Everyone who's out is probably single.
Are you going out tonight?
Yes, I am.
Yeah, you might as well just put a big, L and S, loser single.
No,
you're right.
Valentine's Day.
No, it is true. And we've talked about this in the past. It is. It's a great night for singles.
Yeah.
Because if you're out and you're about and you're doing your thing, then you are clearly single. And I've always said the same thing. Christmas night. You go out Christmas night.
Yeah, you did say this.
Yeah, you go Christmas night. Halloween is the big one, too. Halloween seems to be the big hookup night.
You have an excuse to be whoever you want.
Yeah, that's like an underrated.
I'm going to dress up as Mick next year.
Yes, I like to see.
Our inner skank comes out on Halloween. It's great.
Yeah, well, that's it. People, exactly. Halloween's a nice sleazy. Halloween's better than New Year's Eve. I used to be a big fan of Halloween. So, what's your Valentine's Day plans today, Mick? You eat some magpies.
Well, it's changed a bit because I have a lovely lady of the last 5 years. But my best story ever is in Australia when I was a design engineer. A week before, I went to the post office and I sent out 5 cards. And I sent them to 5 different women. And the lady behind the post office, she's laughing her head off. But I had good success rate there, strike rate of about 80% following up on 5 cards I sent out a week earlier, so I did all right then, mate.
You notice, Ariel, everything with Mick is, it always comes back to the algorithm.
Every time.
And the percentage. He went back to 80%. Yeah, you're big on the percentage. So, Mick, do you have your week 2 XFL algorithm finished yet?
Well, I'll be honest, the XFL doesn't yet deserve the full algorithm. My Super Bowl is framed. One of the funniest, best things I've ever done. So I'll frame my algorithm.
Hold on. You framed the Super Bowl algorithm. Get that. Let's see this. You framed it. Did you sign it?
Oh, my God.
I'm disappointed you didn't ask me, Joe, and Ariel to sign it. Well, you framed it. There it is.
Wow.
Ready for the Smithsonian.
That's impressive.
That is very impressive.
Yep.
Wall of Fame.
You have a lot of time on your hands, don't you, Mick?
Sitting up there next to mini clam chowder. But yes, I will have a full algorithm ready for the AFL in about 7 weeks. There's only 2 or 3 factors in that applies to the XFL. But I do have a couple of bets, and I would like to talk about the Houston Roughnecks.
All right, not the Astros, but the Roughnecks. All right, hold on 1 second, Mick. I'm wondering, is that a little Phillip Rivers in the corner?
It looks like it, doesn't it?
His face. Yeah. On the other side.
Oh, the other way.
That's a Pro Bowl bobblehead.
Oh.
Who is it?
I don't know. Probably clam chowder before.
It's just NFC. He's an NFC bobblehead.
Yeah, there you go.
Just that little.
I don't know.
No gut feel.
No one knows.
AFC maybe.
Looked like Phillip Rivers to me.
It did.
Well, that's the thing. No one knows. I mean, you don't know what Phillip Rivers is going to look like this year.
All right, Mick, what about the Houston Roughnecks? I you're going to say Houston Astros, but what about the Roughnecks?
Well, they're my favorite team right now after the Vipers.
Oh, yeah, because they won. Yeah.
After the Vipers went terrible. Well, I did some research because I think
so it's official. You're a Houston Roughneck fan now.
Oh, well, at this stage.
This week.
But I did some research because I think there's some pretty average names in the XFL, but I do like the Roughnecks name. And because of the oil well on the side of the helmet, I do believe it came from a roughneck, which is a person that works on the oil rig, like some of my buddies up here. It's middle of the range, the tool pushers above that, and then the engineer. But I think it might have come from this, Gabe. I think the name, I hope it didn't, but it might have come from this. Chris Anderson has the roughest neck I've ever seen. There is a rough neck if I've ever seen one. I think he is an alien. He came from Area 51. So all those people out there that want to crash Nevada and rip into the government facility, Chris Anderson is the alien, and I hope the Houston Roughnecks did not name themselves after this fella. I tell you what, my brain capacity doesn't understand why someone would do this. I'd like to interview him. He's probably a very nice fella, but I hope that's not how the Roughnecks name come about. Disgraceful.
Roughnecks are 8-point favorites.
Brain capacity. I'm just wondering, Mick, how the hell did you Joe, in a million years, he went from the Houston Roughnecks to former NBA player Chris Anderson. How did you think of Chris Anderson when you see the Houston Roughnecks, Mick?
Well, it's a rough neck. Can't you see? It's a rough neck. It's the roughest, worst neck I've ever seen. That is the roughest.
So when you heard the Roughnecks name, you thought, all right, what about that NBA player?
Well, I hope it didn't come from that, but I believe it come from the oil field, and the Roughnecks are a hard-working job on the oil field. Did you see how slick he was, though, with the way he had that picture holding and the way he slid the picture up into the frame just as he was bringing it up, where it was just... It was great, Mick. Very nice. Well done, my man. Very well done.
All right, Mick. So what are your picks, Mick?
Oh, I have. Now, don't you guys go crazy and get too carried away about week one. I think Vipers might come back and beat the Dragons, even though it is in Seattle. But No.
The Dragons in the play. You know the Dragons are expecting over 30,000 people, Mick.
Wow. Don't give up on Mark Trestman already.
Don't
give up just yet. He's your buddy. Don't give up on him.
I have. He's done.
All right, well, we'll wait and see.
Gabe was so invested in that Tampa Bay Vipers team. He's switched over now to a DC Defenders fan.
No. I'm a fan. I'm a roving fan. I'm like Mick. I'm a fan of whoever wins me money. This week, I'm a New York Guardian fan +7. This week, I'm a Seattle Dragon fan.
But you did try to get DC Defender gear.
I did try to get the jersey, but it was sold out.
Right.
Already. All they sold was size small. That's all they had left.
See, they lost their chance. You could have been wearing a DC Defenders jersey today.
All right, Mick. So what are your picks, Mick?
I have the Defenders and the Roughnecks on a money line multi, -125. And I have the Roughnecks at -8. And here's some money for you.
Well, you're loading up on the Roughnecks.
He loves them.
Yep. And here's some money. AFLW, easy money. There's some new teams out there. Take the Roos, the Tigers, the Dockers, and the Crows on a money line 4-way.
You said that kind of fast. The Roos, the Dockers, the Crows,
and the Tigers.
And the Tigers. Okay.
Roos, Dockers, Tigers, Crows. You know, Mick, that 98% of the people or 99.9% of the people tuning in right now, don't know what the city name is before that. You just saying Roos, Roos, I guess they could figure out. I guess, yeah, all right. So Dockers, Crocs, Crows, Roos, and Tigers.
And Tigers, yeah.
And Tigers. All right, Mick. We were going to bring Bob on to say hi to you, but when do we go to a break?
We have 2 minutes. Let's bring Bob in.
Bob called you, Mick. If Bob called you and was arrested and in jail, and he was like, "Listen, I need $400. You got to bail me out." Would you bail Bob out?
Possibly, but I have been giving him some advice on Facebook Messenger, so I have been talking to him.
Oh, you're mentoring him.
Oh,
nice.
I didn't know that you and Bob had become buddies.
Well done, Mick. Well done.
You give him advice with the ladies?
His YouTube videos?
Yeah. Well, if he gets friends with the old ladies in the home, he should chat up their daughters, right?
Thanks, Mick.